Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the dual pricing that we provide through CashPro. If your CashPro app has not been set up, make sure you tap on the CashPro app and tap Setup and make sure your price has been raised. If you're on a Duo, you want to enable customer facing and display dual prices on customer facing, okay? And make sure you have merchant tip suggestions enabled if you're going to use tips and the receipts, credit, and cash, okay? So let's just assume that somebody's already set up your program. I'm going to demo it for you using the dining app. Okay, so what you want to do, you want to tap on the dining app, and let's say you add some items to the dining app. Okay, let's say some for the whole table and maybe some for a guest. Okay, here we go. So this would be like a typical dining experience where you have a whole table as well as different guests. Now what you can do is you can tap on whole table, tap print options, and you can tap print order, and you're going to get the entire dual priced receipt with cash and card prices. And this receipt is available before you hit the pay button, so the waiter can hand this out to the table. Okay. If you need to, you can just tap on a guest and do the same thing. And you're going to see just the order that's ready for print just for an individual guest. You can do that for each guest, for example. Okay. Now, if you don't like this dual price receipt because it's too many numbers, then what you can also do is you can tap print cash order, and it's going to print for you just the receipt for just the cash prices, the original cash prices, which should match your menu, for example. Okay. So that's how you'd use it. Now, if you also need to, you can tap the pay button. When you tap the pay button, you're going to see that there's a dual pricing option that's available, and you're going to see on the dual side, this will be the Duo side. Now these prices don't match because this is just a picture, okay? But so the customer can pick cash or card, and they see the dual prices available, as well as charity rounding if you want to do that, okay? Or the merchant can pick credit or cash. Okay, and once you pick, like let's say you pick cash, so now in this case we locked it in so the customer has to pick cash, so we're going to pick it. Okay, so now once that's chosen, you do have to tender out the transaction. So here we go, we're just going to tender it out with cash and you're done. Okay, so that's how you would do a typical transaction. But let's say you were on the register and you wanted to split orders and things like that. Okay, so let me go ahead and just start a new order. And let's say you have some items on this order. Let's say it's 4 items right there. You tap pay. Okay, now you can also split that order into multiple smaller orders by tapping the split order right here. So you can split out, let's say just these 2 items, which I want to pay for with cash. There you go. See, now that made a separate order with just those 2 items that you can pay out with cash. When you're done paying with cash, it'll ask you to tender the remaining items. And once again, you can pay those remaining items with credit or cash, or you can split it again. Or you can make a partial payment on those remaining items. Like say, I want to make a partial payment and split custom amount, and say $5. Oh, excuse me, $5 right there, pay. And I pay $5. See, so on the remaining amount, I just got a discount of 20 cents for that amount that I paid. Now I can make a last cash payment, or I can make another partial payment. Okay, so I'm going to make the last cash payment, and in this case, the customer has to choose it. And we're going to just go ahead and make that payment, which is the full amount remaining, and we're done. Okay, so that's how you use the cash discounting. Now, the last thing I want to show you is you can also print those receipts if you just tap the pay button. There is a print cash order and print credit order that's available right there also. Okay, now if you're doing EBT, you can actually, this will be blinking. If EBT was set up and there's EBT items, it'll separate out the EBT items automatically and remove the tax and the cash, so you can pay those separately. Okay, so this should give you a good understanding of how to use the app for the Duo. If you're using it not on a Duo, you can get that same Duo screen on a regular, like a regular Mini that you swivel, for example. Make sure you talk to your rep about that if you need that.